Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be looking at navigating the digital landscape, how to safely explore the online world. So this is the second episode of Mastering Digital Literacy series, and today we'll be looking into the digital landscape and how to navigate it safely and effectively. But before we go into that, we'll have to understand these digital platforms before we go into how do we navigate it, right? So digital platforms are online frameworks or ecosystem that facilitate various interactions, transactions, and activities in the digital realm. Okay, so these platforms leverage technology to connect users, share content, and connect service providers with their consumers, right? Enabling communication, collaboration, commerce, and so much more. So when we say connect to users, we see people, connecting to one another on these digital platforms, collaborating, buying and selling, which is commerce, and rendering services and getting orders, sharing their products, and all of these things. There are a lot of platforms that help us do these things, right? We have the social media platforms. Example is the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat. There's so many social media platforms out there, but these are like the most popular ones where people come on and share, communicate, share content, communicate, interact with new people, chat with old friends, and all of that. We have e-commerce platform. Remember, I've talked about commerce also happens. So when this happens over digital platforms, is known as e-commerce, right? We have the Amazon, the eBay, the Shopify, the Alibaba, the Etsy. These places you can pre-order, you can make purchases, and it gets to your doorstep. And then we have content sharing platforms. These are like a bit different from the social media platforms. These platforms are are spaces where you just share your content, video content, audio content. There are lots of them: Pinterest, YouTube, SoundCloud, and then we have communication platforms, right? So these tools were made specifically with communication in mind. So what comes to mind when your team wants to have an official conversation where there are presentations and all of that? Microsoft Teams, Google Meet. And when you want to speak to your friends, a WhatsApp call and do all of that, right? And then we have the collaboration platform. A big player in that space is the Google Workspace, right? So these are collaboration platform where you can work on documents together with your team. There's Microsoft Office too, where you can collaborate on a document, on a sheet, work simultaneously with people and then get your desired result. You can leave comments, you can ask questions, and they resolve it from there. It's a beautiful platform you should try out. Okay. Then there are cloud computing platforms. There's AWS, which is Amazon Web Services. There is the Microsoft Azure.
So these cloud computing platforms provide cloud services such as databases, servers, storage, and so much more.
Digital platform is the learning management platforms. We have Google Classroom, we have Moodle, we have Blackboard, we have Coursera. There are lots of, these elements has made learning easier, right? You can stay at home and in your own time, get into these platforms and learn. And there are lots of learning materials available on various LMS. And it's for you not to decide what you want to learn. You will definitely find a platform where that knowledge has been uploaded. And then finally, I'll talk about the gaming platforms. This is where people come on and then they can play with someone, with anybody, anywhere in the globe, right? And you can collaborate on this digital platform and do your live games with someone somewhere that you may or may not have seen. And then you guys interact through this gaming platform, just playing a game you love. Okay, so these are the various digital platforms that are available to us. So now we're going to be looking at how to navigate them safely. Tips for safe internet browsing is one: use secure websites. I cannot emphasize this enough. Before you click any random link someone sends to you or you're searching for something, check out for this HTTPS. This is Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. Oftentimes, the secure the connection without the S doesn't have the secure. That means they're not guaranteeing you that it's secured, right? So I know that I've seen legit web addresses without the S on it, right? But I had to confirm from different sources before I click on such links. But often be sure that every link you click is secure, HTTPS, and you can, go ahead. And then be cautious of suspicious links and downloads. Do not download randomly from the internet. Most times, people have viruses hidden on some of these applications, and you just download and get them into your system, right? So just do not download or click links randomly. Ensure you verify. This will save you from a lot of stress, because there will always be a pop-up that warns you that what you want to download or what you want to click on is unsafe. And then turn on enhanced browsing on your browser. I know Chrome has that feature that lets you turn on your enhanced browsing. So it doesn't open any link that it feels it's suspicious immediately. So it sends you a warning, and then if you're sure, you can then go ahead with clicking that, right? Then update your antivirus regularly. When you're sure of the link, you can now go ahead, click, and access whatever information it is you want to access. And then when you get this information, you need to evaluate this information you are seeking out, right? One of the things that I do and I advise is check multiple sources. You don't want to get the first headline that grabs your attention and then start jumping into it. Try to see if there are correspondents to that story, if there are people that are corroborating the story or the information you're looking at, right? Then assess credibility and reliability. Check out what that person has done before, or what that particular website has given out before. If he has a history of giving out false information, you would want to leave that site immediately, right? So just check out the credibility, and then look out for reviews, okay? And then look for authoritative sources. There are sources that comes to mind. There are people that comes to mind, or brand that comes to mind when you think of something, right? These are people who have set themselves apart in that field, who have created that niche, and who are known to give out authentic information about that particular space. And risk and challenges. So why do you have to check out? Why do you have to be careful? Why do you have to evaluate or try to, be sure that you're clicking a secure link or you're getting the right information? One is the cybersecurity threats. There's the malware that would enter your device and hide your files, right? And hide your information that you can't access. Sometimes they hold it at ransom and make you pay before they release your files to you. And then there's the phishing. A lot of people fall. Phishing is a kind of social engineering, right? Where people send you links, steal your personal information. They can send you through emails, through WhatsApp, random links they just send to you. Most times it can even appear genuine, right? Just maybe misspelling a sentence, and in your head, it doesn't matter. You want to click. Please be very aware that these people actively do these things to steal from you. So anything that doesn't seem correct whenever you see a link, please do not click on such links. Even if it's just one sentence error, do not click on that link. Okay, ensure that you get to the end of it. Ensure that you get the correct one with the correct spellings. I'm telling you, okay, it's very dangerous out there on this space, right? And then online scams and fraud. A lot of online scams are going. There's the love scams, there's love bombing you and all of that just to scam you, and fraudulent activities. Please come correct when you're navigating the internet space. Don't fall prey to any of these stories or things. That just always have someone. Once you start getting worried about your interactions online, always have someone who checks you, who keeps you in check, someone who you talk to about any activity that has started getting out of the norm. Okay, and then there's the privacy concerns. This is a risk everybody faces as long as you're using the digital space, right? There are things you definitely don't need to put out there. That is one of the ways to protect your privacy. right? So always ensure you you save the information you put out on any platform. Trust me, you leave digital footprints with whatever it is you do online. You've often watched movies where a red notice is given out on someone and they can access everything the person has done online. You're wondering how, even what they've deleted, or the internet never forgets, and that's true. So just be careful. So think critically of what you want to put out before you do it. And then in conclusion, navigating the digital landscape requires awareness and caution. You need to be aware. You need to be very cautious. You don't want to be caught putting out things you don't need to put out. You don't want to be clicking links that would give cyber criminals access to your information or personal information or financial details. All right. So follow best practices. Oftentimes try to look at cybersecurity best practices that are updated. Stay informed. Okay. You can actually navigate this online one safely and responsibly without any harm. Check out take short courses on cybersecurity, and Coursera has cybersecurity courses you can start with. You can also check out anyone that catches your fancy online, but verify the link before you start learning it. Okay, so take cybersecurity courses. Security is everybody's business. As it is in the physical world, it's also the same in the virtual world. Security is everybody's business. Ensure that you are safe. Ensure you checkmate all the information you put out there. Ensure you check out the best practices. You do not click on random links, and you do not fall for scams. Okay, you are informed by watching this video. I believe we've come to the end of this section. Thank you for listening. Do like, follow, subscribe, and do not forget to keep your notification button on. We'll be bringing you next episode in this series soon. So, bye bye.